On this episode of Latino 101, we learn about athletics. Whether it's boxing...
In boxing, first of all, you're getting your brain beat in. Your cabeza is being crushed!
Baseball...
Baseball been very, very good to me.
Or... hockey.
I went to a hockey game and I felt cold and lost.
Pull up to your desk. It's time for Latino 101. Deportes. Latinos, such an athletic group. Oftentimes, Latinos' first foray into athletics were the sports and games they would play as little niños.
I played football, baseball, soccer, girls, and girls.
We didn't have a lot of money growing up, so we had to improvise when it came to playing sports. You know, we did stickball, handball, horse racing. The horses were our little primos, our little cousins.
I'm white, so I played soccer but wasn't good at it.
I remember playing hide and seek with my mom. I would hide the marijuana. She'll try to find it. I hide my girlfriend in my bedroom, and she's like, I know she's in there.
The only sports that I did was volleyball, and I used to like it because I used to love to spike the balls on the other team. I used to be like, bam!
I grew up playing sports. I'm a big tomboy. When I was really young, I was the volleyball, softball, soccer, all of it. I was also a martial artist. I had a black belt in Taekwondo. I was the captain of the cheerleading squad. Don't judge me.
I was thinking about getting into cheerleading, but I was like, all the chicks were like white and like big bodies, and I was like, I'm big.
Stickball was big in my neighborhood. All you needed was a stick and a rubber ball, man. How reasonable is that? We used to play it all the time, man. First base was a Chevy, second base was a Dodge, and third base was a Pontiac.
Handball, or, you know, we used to call it Puerto Rican tennis.
I remember handball courts having these murals of, someone who was shot in the corner.
We used to hit the ball on this mural that was the mural of a drug dealer. Whatever kid won at the handball where he would smack the ball into the drug dealer's face, he'd disappear.
We were playing tetherball. And tetherball is that one where it's like the pole and then it's like the ball, and you were in a lot of trouble if when the ball came around it hit you in the head. That was serious and embarrassing.
Remember dodgeball? That's like a felony, but legal. I mean, why don't they just call it, why don't we kill the gordito?
Actually, it wasn't like dodgeball. I was like Schwarzenegger in the Running Man.
Get down!
Who's your daddy, and what does he do?
I like that game.
When I was growing up, all the girls used to love to jump rope.
Back in the day, like some girls, they would take the telephone wire to do double dutch because it would turn faster. But now that everything's wireless, like there's no more telephone wire, so I just see little girls on the corner with an iPhone and a double dutch application. Like,
there was always this one boy that would jump with him. I'm not saying he's gay, but he's the leading catch. And boy, he can dance.
Another forum for the community to be athletic was the public swimming pool.
I would go to the public pool, and that was where we would go and try to get our Michael Phelps on.
The worst thing about the community pools is like there were so many kids. If all the kids jump at the same time, it would be like a ghetto tsunami.
We'd be in the pool, man, everybody peed. Come on, always the kid in the corner who looked nervous. You know what he was doing, man. Some of the kids would they would pee like in the shallow end of the pool. Well, they call it the shallow end, but I called it like the warm side.
Back home in Miami, I would always go to this community swimming pool, and you always knew who the Cubans were, because we always had rafts.
Baseball been very, very good to me.
Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, we kill in the sport of baseball.
Pro baseball has a ton of players from Latin American countries. Cuba, Dominican Republic, the Bronx.
I have no idea why Latinos took up baseball, to be honest.
The whole identity thing is in the bat. The only sport where you can carry a bat in your trunk.
It's the only sport where you could take objects and throw them at people and hit people and get away with it.
It's natural for us to play baseball. 9 baseball players on the field? Heck, man, that's my mom's first 9. The second 9 was the other team. But the pitchers and stuff, they were from the white kids because, they could afford the cleats.
A lot of Latinos are really great at baseball because I think it's kind of easy. If you think you hit a ball, you run to base. You're out. Okay, next.
Back in the day, the baseball team, the New York Cubans, won the Negro League Championship. Well, they claimed they won the championship, but they exaggerated a lot, so it was actually a double to left field.
In my opinion, Roberto Clemente was the best Latino player to ever play the game.
Pro Baseball wanted to call Roberto Bobby to hide his ethnicity. You can't hide the fact that there's a brown man in the outfield yelling in Spanish.
He was the first Latino to ever be recognized in baseball. People didn't know what he was saying, but they recognized him.
My dad used to listen to the Dodgers on the radio with Jaime Jarin. When you strike out in Spanish, it's like someone your mom, okay? You don't just strike out. Le cantaron el 3 strike. Vámonos, fuera del campo.
You see these sportscasters trying to interview Latino baseball players or athletes?
I don't understand all that money they're making. And you can't get an interpreter to just stand next to you.
I don't even know why.
I can't believe my eye that I hit the ball and the home run in the Major League. I'm surprised the guys that interview him don't start laughing, because if I interviewed the guy, I'd be like, Major League? What the is Major League?
It's the only time that they want to interview the help.
I'm very happy to be here in Puerto Rico. When I hit the ball goes that way, I run to the base. I run it like this.
It is like so good to see the names of Latinos on the back of jerseys, but especially on jerseys, like on little white kids. Okay, Timmy, like, what do you want to be when you get older? You know, I want to be Dominican.
Ironic, that's how I run. Ironic, that's how I run.
There's a lot of Dominican players being accused of being on steroids right now, man. But I don't think it's steroids. It's just an insane amount of potassium from all the plátanos.
Is Viagra a roid? It could probably cause some roids, as in Hema.
Oh, I would love to think it's insane amounts of potassium shoving in them up there. You know, man, they're doing us wrong. It's so sad, man. It's up, but no, it's steroids.
And now it's time for Learning Espanol with Godfrey, the world's premier African-American Spanish language instructor. Today's word is baseball.
Baseball?
Gracias, Godfrey. There are many more sports where Latinos have a strong athletic presence. Don't cut class. Latino 101 will be right back. Aside from baseball, some Latinos love to kick around the pelota. Well, except for the ones without legs. But for the rest of the Latin Americans, soccer is the only game of choice.
There's soccer, there's soccer, there's soccer, and then there's soccer.
Someone gets kicked, someone falls down, someone gets hurt. It's like crazy, it's fun, it's dramatic.
We have like this internal war that we do. It's like, you know, what we basically do is just like get into like this open field and we run at each other as hard as we can and then we just kick the crap out of each other. It's called the World Cup.
Latinos are great at soccer. They're amazing. I see them in the park. Even as adults, they got 10, 12 people playing soccer in the park. And that's why white people aren't good at soccer, because I don't even have 10 friends, let alone 10 friends that live in the neighborhood and want a carpool.
You don't need very much to play. You just need a ball and a fat kid to play goalie.
Because what are they doing? I mean, running back and forth. I'm tired watching it on TV.
Caribbeans don't play soccer because it's too hot to be kicking a ball up and down the field all day.
I don't think it was really introduced much in Puerto Rico or in Dominican Republic.
Maybe the island is too small.
Man, if don't nobody score in like an hour, I gotta get the hell up out of here.
Soccer frustrates me, man. After 90 minutes, tie? 0-0? If I wanted to work that hard and not have anything at the end, I would still be in Mexico, man.
If I want to see Latinos chase after each other and never score, I'll just hit the club.
No.
You know, the Mayans used to play soccer, but like the losers would get killed.
Maybe they just had a bad day and now they're dead.
Anytime you play a sport where you die if you lose, I got one piece of advice for you. Win.
Unlike soccer, American football doesn't seem to have mucho fanaticos Latinos.
In Spanish, soccer is called football. You know, but in America, football is, you know, as I like to call it, the game of big black dudes.
Cubans and Latinos in general just don't play a lot of American football because we don't believe in throwing around the pigskin. We believe in frying it.
I don't think we're really good football players because once we get that big, we can't get up.
The biggest people that I can think of out of all the Latino/Hispanic characters is, you know, the big Mexican.
And I don't want to play, man. I like the Raiders, but I don't want to be a Raider.
We're small and quick. That's why we're good at swimming in oceans. And that's why we're good at running crossing borders.
Stay out of the Raider Nation's way. That's a message to all you out there.
Big Puerto Rican, so I played football. You know, I played football in high school and then when I joined the Air Force.
There's Latin football players, man. Jeff Garcia. Come on, man, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You guys don't even know your own You got Latinos calling plays. Okay, this is the play. You go that way, you go that way, I throw you the ball that way.
I expect Latinos to huddle up and not be quiet. We can't do this. No me digas. No, you go for a pass. Why are you telling me? You go. I'm not going to throw the ball to you. No, forget it.
Break!
Where American football has a lack of Latin fans, boxing, or El Boxeo, is one sport that Latinos will not bob or weave around.
Boxing's the only sport that gives poor kids from the hood the opportunity to become poor, brain-dead adults from the hood.
Early on, it was the Irish that came over, and then it was before that it was the Jews, and then it seemed to be the African Americans. Now the Latinos.
Latinos are good boxers, and I just think it's because we have Latino mothers, we have Latino wives, we have Latina, sisters, and you gotta learn how to fight, man.
I hate you so much. Nothing says man like two sweaty, muscular guys beating on each other for a purse and a belt.
Your cabeza is being crushed. And then you have the nerve to interview someone first so you don't know English and your brain has been beaten in. So it's like, por eso, izquierda, derecha, muy casado.
Boxers have a lot of pride. You gotta kill them to make them give up or have them just stop fighting.
They'll leave a fight in the middle of a fight another fight, come back and then finish the fight.
We rock in the lower weight classes, man. And people are still complaining, where are we in the heavier weight classes, bro? How come we ain't got no heavyweights, dog? Tell me, when's the last time you seen a 300-pound, 6'4" Salvadorian?
Every time me and my siblings would get in a fight, my dad would give us boxing gloves and have us box in the backyard. Not because he wanted us to grow up to be good boxers. He just wanted us to beat each other up without us calling child services on them.
The only sport I really got into and I became a professional at it was boxing.
Joey Medina was a boxer, famous boxer, champion. We were roommates, and he would, every time he would bring girls over, he likes the ladies, and he would always show them clips of his fight. Then I would follow it up with an impression of Joey's last fight, and I would lay on the ground with a towel on my face.
Besides boxing, the mixed martial arts and wrestling are two athletic events where Latinos can open a can of whoop ass. Laying the smackdown on your sweet.
We have mastered boxing. We're all over boxing. We've been there, done that, But what you don't see a lot of Latinos on is a lot of mixed martial arts, like kickboxing and stuff like that.
I was trained to become a mixed martial arts champion for a TV show. I was doing from the stage to the cage. And once they told me that it involved grappling, where you hit the floor with another dude and you hug for long periods of times, and his private area can be here for half an hour, and it smells like I kind of tapped out. I'm out. This is not my sport. Anytime I have to hug some dude for more than 10 minutes and I look into his eyes, oh, spooky. Spooky. I can't, oh my God. I thought I owed him dinner. I saw things in his body that I thought it was skin cancer. That's how close I was. I was like, hey, bro, have you checked that before? Have you? Right? Yep.
The sport I don't get straight up is the female mixed martial arts. No pretty girl should do mixed martial arts, okay? Because the uglier girl's always gonna win. She has nothing to lose.
The best athletes, I think, as far as Latinos are concerned, that get the least amount of recognition, the Mexican wrestlers that wear the mask, which is understandable because nobody can, identify a Mexican in a mask, which is why the police had me do that lineup.
My favorite wrestler was Rey Mysterio Jr., because that dude was literally, he was 3'4".
Growing up, my dad was a professional wrestler. It was cool growing up with him because when he hit us, he didn't really hit us.
I remember they used to have barbed wire and put it around guys' head and blood coming out, and then the crowd is cheering, yeah! I remember growing up thinking, man, I want to be a luchador. And after watching, I'm like, you know what, maybe not.
I used to wrestle in high school, and I used to pray before every match. I'd be like, please God, let me with the match. And I always won, Then I started praying before everything, before sex. I was like, please God, let me get excited. And like one time for my wrestling matches, I got the prayers confused. And my opponent was like, I'm not wrestling this kid. And that's how I won the state championship.
I wear a wrestling mask during sex. It's a very short match, but I still wear it.
Are you serious? Really? Like,
And now it's time for Learning Espanol with Godfrey, the world's premier African-American Spanish language instructor. Today's word is sports.
Deportes!
Gracias, Godfrey. Want to know about the sports that get no amor from Latinos? Don't cut class. Latino 101 will be right back. Will Latinos ever like winter sports? Maybe when hell freezes over.
If you see a Latino on skis doing the long jump, he's crossing a border.
Have you ever seen a Latino on a mountain with snow? Call 911, there's been a plane crash.
I've never seen a Puerto Rican play ice hockey.
I don't think we should play hockey anymore. I just think it's awkward.
You definitely shouldn't play hockey. You know,
Hockey? Do you play on ice? Are you crazy?
Put a little coconut flavor on the ice. We might go on it.
we see ice, we want to make a snow cone. We're like,
you know, it's piragua time.
I got cherry, watermelon, pineapple, coconut.
It's no surprise that there's no Latinos in hockey. I mean, the only ice in the Caribbean is in mojitos.
I've been to a hockey game and I felt cold and lost.
High Alive, played in Miami and Tijuana, is considered the world's fastest sport that no one knows anything about.
Not familiar with it at all. High Life, whole different situation. Very familiar.
Is a sport played with a hand type of sort of like a hook basket, and then you chase like you are possessed by the devil after a small little ball in a small little room, and you try to get out of it alive?
Highlight? Oh, man. I remember the first time I heard about highlight, man, that was probably about 5 seconds ago.
Basketball, the one sport Latinos wish they could play.
We hardly have any Latino basketball players. Well, we do have the Spanish Harlem Globetrotters, but they always miss their tricks and they're always late to the game.
We have no height advantage. That's the disadvantage. We have no chance against 7-footers whatsoever. I mean, unless they start letting us, headbutt penises, I think we might have a shot. Take that, Shaq. Come on.
Kobe Bryant owes me so much because I told him every time to shoot a three, and he did it, and look at him now. And do I get paid for that? No. I don't even like the Lakers.
Golf, a sport Latinos would be capable of playing if only they would let them in the country club.
Latinas do have golf stars. Chichi Rodriguez was inducted into the Golf Hall of Fame.
I mean, what guy doesn't want to play with a Chichi?
The Olympics, the games Latinos always win at. Well, technically only every 4 years, but you get my point.
People can talk smack about Cubans, but they can't make fun of us when it comes to our athletics. Look at the Olympics. We're a small little country with little resources and absolutely no money. But we do awesome. We get all these gold medals. It just kind of sucks that all the athletes have to pawn their gold medals for airplane tickets home and 2 rolls of toilet paper.
Many Latinos are jockeys because of their small stature.
One sport that Latinos dominate but gets little attention is horse racing, or as I like to call it, Guatemalan NASCAR.
It's not enough that we work our huevos off to make America happy and comfortable. Now we gotta take care of their pets too? What's that all about?
Some Latinos excel at some unconventional sports.
Farmer, the game.
Extreme carpooling. How many Latinos you can fit in one car?
Border Patrol crossing, the game. It's where you start off El Salvador, right? You gotta make it all the way to MacArthur Park.
They should invent a jalapeno eating contest, because there's no way an Asian guy's gonna win that one.
Another sport would be good would be boxing. Not the regular boxing, like boxing tomatoes, grapes, oranges. Give it up for Jose Alfredo. He's the boxing heavyweight champion of the world. This guy stacked up 20 crates of oranges without no pension and without no health insurance, nothing.
All those games are good, but none of them beat dominoes, or as I like to call it, Dominican Scrabble.
Plátanos, Capicú, Chuchazo, world champions of dominoes.
Dominoes is a sport. Have you ever tried to slam a domino down and go capicu on a wobbly table and not spill your Heineken?
A man upstairs. Athletics and God go together like arroz con frijoles.
I think back to the Jeff Stilson bit, and he said, you never hear a guy on a football team like, we would have won that game if Jesus didn't make me fumble.
You always thank God. I want to thank God for helping me win his championship.
You should get equal airtime. I want to thank Allah for helping me.
No one ever thanks the devil. I would like to thank the devil for hurting the other guy, for stepping in and blocking me all the time.
I want to thank Satan for giving me that victory tonight. Thank you, my dark lord.
I'd like to thank the devil for making that girl weak enough to have sex with me.
No. No.
Carlos Alazraqui. If you were a professional football player, would you talk about yourself in the third person?
Carlos Alazraqui has never talked about himself in the third person.
And now it's time for a pop quiz. What's the best way to build up a sweat? A, double dutch, B, tag, or C, running in traffic? We'll have the answer when Latino 101 returns. The Latino 101 pop quiz was, what's the best way to build up a sweat? Double dutch, tag, or running in traffic? C, running in traffic. The best way to build up a sweat and the best way to find out your parents didn't love you. Now get your ass back to class.
For a while, you only saw Latinos either hitting a baseball or hitting someone else in the face in the boxing ring.
A lot of things have been happening. Barriers are being broken. Now we can go to fancy country clubs as the groundkeepers, as the caddies, as the vato who cleans your shoes.
Dominicans are dominating sports because they are superior in sports. That's why. Why are you looking at me like that?